Hi there, procurement pros. Welcome back to the channel where we take your procurement skills to the next level. Today, we're tackling a hot topic that confuses even the most seasoned professionals. So what's the difference between an RFI, RFP, and RFQ? If you ever wondered when to use each one or felt unsure about how to structure them, do not worry, I've got you covered. By the end of this video, you'll have a clear understanding of what each is for, when to use them, and as a bonus, I'll provide the templates for all three that you can download and start using right away. Alright, let's break it down. RFI, RFP, and RFQ are all part of the RFX family, which essentially means request for X. These documents help you interact with the suppliers and gather the information you need to make better decisions. But here's the thing, while their names sound similar, they serve different purposes. So let me explain. RFI, request for information. Think of this as an open-ended, we want to learn. You use an RFI when you're exploring options in the marketplace, but you don't know yet exactly what you need or what's available out there. RFP, request for proposal. This is a detailed show us what you can do. You would issue an RFP when you know your requirements, but you want suppliers to propose how they would meet them. RFQ, request for quotation. This is a straightforward tell us your price. You use this when you're clear on exactly what you need and want to gather specific pricing details. Let's start with the RFIs. RFIs are great when you're in the early stages of a project and need to understand what's out there. Think of them as a fact-finding mission and a way to initially qualify suppliers. For example, imagine your company is exploring a new software for managing supplier relationships, but you don't know what features are available in the market. So you would send out an RFI to potential vendors with open-ended questions like, what functionalities does your software provide? What industries do you specialize in? Can you share case studies or examples of successful implementation? Using an RFI will help you gain insights into market capabilities and determine next steps without committing to a solution just yet. Next, we have RFPs. These are perfect when you've already identified your needs and want suppliers to propose their own solutions. Think of it as saying, here's our problem, what's your plan to solve it? For example, let's say you need to hire a logistics provider to handle both domestic and international shipments for your business. Your RFP could include detailed specifications about volumes and shipment types, requirements for tracking technology, a request for implementation timelines and pricing models. RFPs are all about making suppliers compete based on their expertise and value propositions. So this is where you will assess proposals to find the best fit for your business needs. Finally, RFQs are used when you have a clear understanding of what you're buying and just want to get quotes. Essentially, you're shopping for the best price for exactly what you want. For example, if you're purchasing raw materials for manufacturing, let's say 1,000 kilos of steel sheets, your RFQ might include exact specifications for size, grade, and finish, delivery requirements, and a deadline for the quotation. RFQs are simple but incredibly powerful when you're looking to compare apples to apples on pricing and terms. Now that we know when to use each of them, let me show you how these documents actually look like. I've prepared templates for an RFI, RFP, and RFQ, and you can download them using the link in the description. So let's start with the templates. I will go through them quickly so that you can understand how they work, how you can use them, and what kind of information suppliers need to input for each of them. So if we start with the RFI template, as you can see, it has different sections. This is kind of Excel file. You will find information, general information like company name, legal address, website, etc. So very basic information in this first section. Then very important information, which is the financial. You can of course edit here the years depending on the latest years. And what is very interesting about this financial data is that you should ask suppliers to fill in this portion here, and this will automatically generate some ratios. So you will see here that these are all formulas, and it will actually show you some ratios in terms of growth, profitability, solvency, and etc. So this is already giving you some idea on how the supplier is doing financially, which is great. to have this before even getting price from suppliers to make sure that they are healthy financially. You can also get some questions about production and the industry experience of the specific vendor. Also, some quality information, quality management system information that is typically being asked in manufacturing businesses. Some logistics questions that can also be relevant. And of course, sustainability, which is being demanded more and more in the latest years. So it's already interesting to get these informations from suppliers in an earlier stage. And lastly, some other relevant information that can be added. Of course, you can remove and add as needed, but I think this is already giving you a good base to send your RFI. Then we have the RFP template that you can also download. Here, this is a kind of Word file. You would need just to eliminate the yellow portion and just adapt it to your project and activity. Of course, here your logo, your company name, the category. So you should be adapting this accordingly. The structure is what I think should be helping you here. Is basically you should have an introduction, some background information, what's the scope, what's the supplier qualifications, and here proposal requirements. As we discussed before, RFP is a perfect opportunity for suppliers to show their capabilities and how innovative they are. So we need to leave them room for creativity here, for design to cost, and any kind of solution that would come from the supplier is highly appreciated in this step. We should also include some evaluation criteria. They should know how we are going to evaluate them and what's the submission deadline, and maybe some other contact information in case they have questions. And last but not least, we have the RFQ template. You could see here right now, also kind of Word file. This is very straightforward one. So basically, we would need to at least provide this information here in this table. Project name, what's the product or service that we need, some specifications or drawings. This is generally attached in a separate document, and also what's the volume, the estimated volume. Here, what we want to do is to compare apple to apple with other offers. So we also need to make sure that suppliers are answering these different parameters here. We need to, of course, know the unit price, if there's any tooling cost, what would be the lead time, the MOQ, Incoterms, payment terms. So you have here the information that we should be requesting. Again, we should be also letting them know how we are going to evaluate them, some information about the submission deadline, and contact information. So again, here, as in the previous RFP, you just need to change whatever is here in yellow, highlighted yellow, and change it to what is relevant to your business in this case. So I really hope this will help you. This should be giving you a base on how to prepare and send RFI, RFP, and RFQs to suppliers. I really hope this will help you. And if you have any question, don't hesitate to comment or reach out. Thank you very much.